Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Live.
Well,
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, let's make Election Day the next paid holiday we get off, and also what to do and what not to do with your Halloween decorations this year. And alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. And thanks to LA, we now have more COVID cases than we ever had before, and we're not going to get out of this if we keep doing this as well. So, welcome back. Welcome, guys. How are you? How are things going? How are you doing? How are things in your side of town, in your area, the neck of the woods, overseas, and far beyond the reaches of where I can throw a dart out here on our fringe here. So before we get started, big arms above our heads and big stretch in, arms down. Woo, man. All right. So getting in, the weather changed a little bit, didn't it? Weather got a little cooler out there, and that's kind of exciting because now you can feel the fall air. Now, granted, it's raining today out here on the French, and when I say the French, we broadcast out of a small little town called Marshville, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we have a French. We have 22 some odd acres here. We have horses, cattle, chickens, bears, and all that stuff on mine. But, it's been raining a little bit, sprinkling, misting. It's like that Seattle mist that's out there. But the weather's changing. Leaves are changing. The ground's changing. It's going from hard rock to mush right now, which sucks. But yeah, and our lifestyles are changing. Halloween's what? Couple days away. That's going to change the way we do Halloween. And then from there, we've got the election. That's going to change. It's going to change the way we all are. Now, we're not going to get into too much politics, believe me. We take pride in being a political free and religious free show. And we're going to try to stick with that for the most part until the election time comes and goes, and then we'll go on to something else. But yeah, election time is going to change a lot of the way we look at things and view things. And I have to fix something. I hope this isn't too. You know what this is? This is the problem right here. There you go, buddy. And then we're going to take this one and go like this a little bit. How's that sound? Sounds much better. Better? Better with cheddar. So the election's coming around, and it's going to change the way we look at things and the way we handle things. So it should be interesting. Now, let's see. So the other day, I was, we're getting ready to get into Thanksgiving. We're getting ready to get into Halloween, and I'll discuss what we're doing here on the French. But I ask, every year we have Thanksgiving here at our property. And when I say Thanksgiving, it's me and my wife. And I'm hoping this is... Testing 1 2 testing. See, it's real low. How's that? Is that better? Is that louder? Does that sound louder? So we're trying to get through Halloween, and one of the things that we do here on the French is we have Thanksgiving. Now, I don't go down and visit my parents or anything down in Florida. There's nothing really down there for me. I know. Oh, Deacon, what about your mom and dad? They'll be fine. They got plenty of things going on. But up here at the French, my wife has nieces. She has 3 nieces and her sister-in-law. And they always come up here for Thanksgiving, which is great. I know it's great, but here's the thing. They're coming up here, and the whole Florida pandemic thing is worse than here in North Carolina. So I'm like, all right, so let's prepare. We have to get food. We have to go shopping. We go to Costco. Normally we go to Costco. But this year we went to, well, I don't want to say this year. So I have no idea what I'm doing. fucking hate this. I fucking hate it with a fucking passion. Try it again. Is it easier?
It's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, let's make Election Day the next paid vacation holiday that we get. And also, is that going to work? Is that good? That looks good, right? That looks better, yeah. All right. Welcome back, guys. On today's show, let's make Election Day the next paid holiday we get off, and also what to do and what not to do with your Halloween decorations this year. And alas, poor Yurick, I knew him well, Horatio. And also, thanks to LA, we now have more COVID viruses, or combination of viruses and thereof, in the California area. So stick around. We'll get into that here in just one sec. Welcome back. Welcome to Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? How are things going? Are you doing okay? I'm hoping you're doing okay. I hope you're surviving out there. Election's only a couple days away, kiddies. I promise you. Everything's going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to come out on the other side, no matter who wins. Hopefully better people. And a better thing's going to happen to us as well. Now, we broadcast out of the Charlotte area in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And we have a 22-some-odd acre here. And we call it the Franch. It's part farm, part ranch. And, feeding our household, now it's just me and my wife and I. And so we are very limited as far as getting stuff to eat around here. Now, there's a Costco. We're getting ready for the holidays, and Halloween's right around the corner, and we'll dive into that here in just one sec. But we don't get a whole lot of trick-or-treaters out here, and then the next big holiday is Thanksgiving. So we normally go once a month to like a Costco, and Costco's another town and a half over, and it takes so long, and we spend so much money, but we don't, I say we don't use it all. It's all paper products and things of that nature. Now, with Thanksgiving coming around, we've got friends and family that are coming up from Florida, and we're going to spend the holidays with them. And us in general, my wife and I, meal prepping has totally gone out the window, totally gone out as far as, let's make this tonight and have it last for a couple days and make this tonight. Right now, because she works from home, I'm here on the French, I'm constantly on the French. So meal prep is just kind of, let's, it's one of those, what do you want to eat tonight? I'll just have a sandwich. I'll make a salad. I'll just something simple, just throw it in there. So we need to start hoarding up on the simple stuff that makes our unplanned meal preps. And where I'm going with this is I saw an advertisement on one of our Facebook feeds is for a discounted grocery store. Now, you've seen the discounted grocery stores. You've seen the dented cans, they're 30% off or 40% off. Well, this store, which is, I think it's like 45 minutes away from our house, is a discount grocery store. Now, when I say discount grocery store, of course, they got dented cans and stuff and like smash boxes of like Ziploc bags. You don't, they're plastic inside. Oh, the box is smashed. I don't want to buy it. I want a perfect box to pay full price. You know how we are, Americans. If it's smashed a little bit, I don't care paying, $1 less for it, but everything's fine inside. So they actually have, are you familiar with like the companies that supply food to like all the restaurants and all the, in Florida, let's do it this way. In Florida, there was a company called U.S. Food Service I used to work for many, many years ago. It was a freezer. You worked inside a freezer, and they delivered all the frozen products to everything to Epcot Kingdom. There, stacks and stacks and bulk of boxes and boxes. Everything's frozen. It's frozen chicken, frozen beef, frozen ribs, frozen shrimp, frozen lobster tail, which kind of wink, wink walked out the door a couple times. Yeah, it was late at night, third shift. A lot of stuff walked out the door. But there's a certain time that people can buy these things. They put a timestamp on them and say, hey, you've got to buy them or sell them or get them out of your location by this time. Well, this company, this store that we went into, I think it's in Rockingham somewhere. And Like I said, it took about 45 minutes to get there. And when you walk in, it's like a bodega. It's smaller. It's a little bit bigger than a gas station, like a QT or something like that, but not as big as a grocery store. And they've got coolers. They got open coolers, front door, front loader coolers, and roll top coolers with everything. And of course, they got the dented cans on the other side. So my wife and I said, you know what, let's try this out. You know, and they've got boxes of like frozen chicken, like 20 pounds or 30 pounds for like $18. You know, and they're still in the boxes. They still have the banding strap on them from whoever, Cisco or U.S. Food Service or whoever, you know, McLean's is out there that delivers all the food and stuff. But they're getting close. Like the date on them is like expires by, you know, January of 2021 or December 2020 or, you know, within about 4 months of time. Usually when you buy it from like Costco or something, you got 2 years left on it. This is stuff that's been sitting around, hopefully frozen at all times. You know, my wife asked me the other day, can we unfreeze something and then decide to put it back in the, you know, and thaw it out and then put it back in the freezer and then cook it up again later? And I'm like going, I don't think you're supposed to do that. That makes me makes me nauseous thinking about it. So we took a trip down there and loaded up our shopping cart. When I say shopping cart, it's one of the small shopping carts. It's just got the basket on top. Basket. What else would the basket be? The small little basket on top, and nothing like you put plants and stuff on the bottom. It's got the longer base on the bottom. So we're walking around, and of course I get anxiety right away, right when I walk in the store, because it's new to me. This is a whole new experience. I'm worried about this food being spoiled or rotten, or why can they do this? How can they do this? How can they sell this stuff at a cheap price? And then we get there, and I'm like, oh, this, you know, the place is clean, everything's well. The signage is good, but it's in a, like, I don't want to say a rundown part of town, but it's in an industrial district. So you see like used cars, automotive right next door, used car lot, well and pipe drilling, and then all of a sudden this discount store. Now the parking lot was clean, the store was clean, everything looked clean, everything looked good. It looked up to par, up to snuff is what they say in the business. And we walked in. And of course, there were some, I don't want to say shady characters, but characters that I don't see on a normal or daily basis. And the mom's walking around and she's got her hair up in curlers, and the kids are, I want this, we need this. It was a lot. So I had to like breathe in, breathe out, relax, babe. And my wife's the same way. Oh, we can get this and we can get that. She literally, look at these lobsters and crabs, 100 pounds of crab. Or I forget what it was. Was it? I think it was 100 pounds of crab or something. It was $99 for like 50 pounds of crab. She's like, do you know how much that is? I'm like, babe, do you know how loud you're talking in this little small store? You're bringing attention to ourselves like we're first here on this planet. So I said, babe, let's just walk around. Let's look at let's not blow our wad in the first aisle of this thing, because it was like a horseshoe and then a couple coolers and stuff in the center. So we get there and walking around. Finally, I'm watching how everyone else shops. Anxiety, I see what they're doing. They stay away from this. They go to this. They concentrate on this, and then they're out the door. I said, all right, cool. All right, here we go. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay now. I'm okay. Let's go back and get the hot dogs that are in the deep freezer. You know, they got a 18 cubic inch freezer with nothing but ballpark hot dogs in there. And they're like $1.99 a pack, which normally they're like $4 or something stupid like that. They take pride in those hot dogs. Or Nathan's. I'm sorry, Nathan's, not Ballpark. So we got a couple packs of those. We got some boxes of like frozen chicken. We got boxes of the little sausage patties like you see it when you go to Denny's or when you go to any kind of breakfast restaurant. The little round, perfectly round, punched out of a freaking cookie cutter, round sausages. We got, I think it was 15 pounds of that for like $9. And we counted it out. It was over 100 and some odd actual individual patties. Now, when we got home, we spent about 120 some odd dollars when it was all said and done. We got chicken strips, breaded, unbreaded. We got sausage links. We got hash browns. We got the round sausage patties. And of course, the candy doesn't really go bad. If anything, it might be a little stale. Just throw it in the freezer. They had bags of candy for $1.29. I know everyone's starving now. Either starving or going, ooh, I don't know if I'd eat that. They got the little Keurig, the coffee little pot things, the little things you put in a thing, and they're like $48 at the grocery store for like 10. They had them for like $1.29 for 12 of them. So we got a couple of those. We got like the stuff that we burn through on a normal basis. So when it was all said and done, we got out, I think it was $129 or $149, and we got so much stuff. Our little 5 cubic deep freezer's full, completely packed, full of this. Now, we did portion it out. You know, we had little Ziploc, the little dented Ziploc bags that we bought. We bought a bunch of them and separated things out, and so there you go. But so then came the test. The test was to try them out. So we tried them out. We had breakfast, made some sausage, made some links, and then that night had some chicken strips, and we didn't get sick. That was the main thing. I'm like, I'm going to get ptomaine poisoning. I'm going to swell up, die. I'm going to have chocolate running out of my butt. I'm going to be like, something's going to happen. Well, it's still early. We did this last week, but we've been eating it. Everything's good. Everything's fine. I'm good and healthy. Look at me. I'm a healthy young man. I know. Oh, I was just worried. That was the main thing. I was so worried about, you know, when it comes from a manufacturer and then it goes to a distribution center, it's frozen. I mean, I remember being at the distribution center, and it would come in, we'd temp it before we'd even open the truck. We'd temp those boxes. Okay, it's good. It's never been thawed out, quote unquote, thawed out. I got to stop playing with that because it's clicking. And then we'd unload it, and then it goes from us to, you know, the trucks, and the trucks take it out, and they're frozen from there. It's kind of like when you go into Walmart or one of those grocery stores and someone returns something that was frozen, or it's sitting in like the garment aisle. There's like a pack of meat sitting over there, and you're just kind of like, well, I wonder how long that's going to sit there before someone picks it up and puts it back where it goes. I'm just hoping that all the meat that we got was frozen. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It was fun. It was great. And the lady was so happy that we were there. Oh my God, thank you, driving all this way to come see us. I'm like, yeah, you know, it was kind of cool. We saw you on the Facebook feed for Marshmallow, and everything looks legit. Everything was fine. There was nothing like out of the ordinary. Nothing was like, quote unquote, you know, sometimes you get chicken, it's like leaking or something, even at your normal department stores. It was fine. Everything was fine. So they get my thumbs up. They get 2 thumbs up for me for now until I can find something wrong with them. But I can't for now. The lady was nice. She helped us out, and she's like, hey, if we put something on, it's kind of like Big Lots. You know, once it's gone, it's gone. That's all we get of that product, and then we wait for the next product to come in. All right, when we come back, speaking of products coming in, we got some family coming in from not from North Carolina, some family coming in from Florida for Thanksgiving. We didn't know if they were coming, and I'm getting kind of a little bit scared, and then we'll dive into some other stuff that's scaring some people out there during this Halloween season. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. This segment's brought to you by Boom Boom Room Storytime with Penny and Pachichi. It's LA guys doing LA things and doing LA sex stories and telling you about them on their new podcast, the Boom Boom Room Storytime, found on Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you download podcasts. All the way from LA. And we're going to talk about LA here a little bit in the show. They got a bunch of stuff going on over in LA, and it sounds like fun over there. I don't know if you guys are out of the loop on that, but there you go. A pencil. See, this is why I didn't want to do it. All right. And also, you guys can be part of the show, and the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on the little bar that says Be Heard, and it opens up a little microphone on your tablet, your laptop, wherever you listen to us from. And you can be just like here. Here's Joey Mac and Cheese. Oops, I gotta turn this one up. Hold on. One guy of many. You can be heard just like Joey Mac and Cheese here.
Hey, friends and fam. I hope everyone's having a good day. Love you guys.
There you go. And you can leave us a message just like that, just like Joey Mac and Cheese did. Did that come through? I hope it did. If not, I'll have to fudge it. Now, getting ready for the holidays, we're stocking up on all our not necessities, but stuff that we eat a lot. We eat a lot of chicken breast. We make chicken sandwiches, chicken wraps, chicken salads, and then our breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so we load up on a whole lot of chicken and a whole lot of, sausage. We have eggs here. We have I think we're down to about 80 some odd chickens here. And if you listen real close, I kind of soundproofed a little bit of that side of the studio here. You can hear the roosters outside, and they all do the I'm louder than you, I'm louder than you, I'm louder than you. It's funny. Yeah. So we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Outside of actually, once Halloween is come and gone. Now, have you voted yet? You know, you only got a couple more days to vote. Early voting, and then I think everything shuts down on Halloween, and then once that's done, then you physically have to go down and vote. Now, I heard a lot of people say, you know, why is it on Tuesday? Why is it on this certain day? They should make it on Saturday. They should make it on... So this is what kicked it all off. Brianna Wu on Twitter posted, I believe we should eliminate President's Day as a holiday and make Election Day a national holiday in its place. I can't think of no better way to honor the founding fathers as to make this easier to participate in our democracy they founded. Now, here's the thing. That's all said and great, and that's fine. Voting takes place once every 4 years, or depending on your congressional and stuff, once every 2 years. So then you're saying that we should just get rid of that one day. You know, what's Sears going to do when they have the, President's Day sale? What are all the mattress stores going to do when they have their President's Day sale? All the clothing stores that are non-existent anymore, the Kohl's and all that. They can't have a President's sale. They can't have a President's Day sale if they don't have a President's Day to celebrate, to have the sales and stuff. Now, I agree, yes, we should have the day off, but for the most part, your business, your employer is supposed to give you, I don't think it's set in stone. I think I talked about this before. They're supposed to give you 3 hours. 3 hours to do what you want, whether you vote or not, or go get a friggin' ice cream sundae. They should, you can do that. But as far as getting the whole day off and moving it from Tuesday to Saturday, you have to understand, 2/3 of the country doesn't work on Saturday. But on Saturday is your essential employees. I say essential employees, your waitress, the entertainment staff, your hospitality staff is working on those days. So they can't technically go down. I mean, I don't want to say they're trying to make ends meet as it is, and you want them to take off 3 hours out of their shift. Their shift's only 5 hours to start with. Well, then they got the whole day. Well, what if they get stuck in line, and it's an hour and 2 hour wait, and it's an hour to get there, uphill in the snow both ways? But yeah, it's just leave it as Tuesdays. I think most people would understand, hey, I got to go vote. This is what needs to be done. It only happens once every 4 years. It's kind of like the what is it, the census? I'm tired of filling out this census form. Really? When's the last time you did it? 10 years ago. Really? Are you that tired? You're only 30. You've done it, maybe twice? Your mom did it the first time. Here's one thing I want to throw out there. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Is now I'm really seeing and you have too, I know you have, the election campaign ads ramp up, right? They ramp up. And you're like going, well, it's not like they're going to change your mind. Like, you voted for this one guy and his competitor comes on. Did you know that he likes to spray paint dogs from and make them all different colors? I just voted for him. I didn't want to vote for him then. Anyway, all these different campaigns. Now, the campaigns themselves, I don't know if they change people's minds. I'm sure somewhere out there, there's people out there that really haven't made up their mind. Some of the conversations that I have darker conversations in another platform called Is This Going Somewhere? And it's conversations with my IT guy. And you can listen to those. they're darker conversations about political and stuff, and he gets really into it. And how would you feel? And I just let him go. It's kind of like that big fish running out there in the water, and so just let him go. You start pulling on him, he's going to fight back, and you just want that fish to live. I just want him to live. That's all I do. But he gets into my face, and I really don't care. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, go to profitradio.com. You can listen to darker conversations. Is this going somewhere? If you want to hear all my political stuff. Now, I said I was going to touch on a little bit of political stuff. The only thing that I want to do, hear me out, is I want to have, once you've voted and you're done voting, you put the thing in, you click the Chad, you circled the square, you highlighted whatever guy you want to vote, or man or woman, doesn't matter. You voted for and you want to win. They should give you some kind of code that you voted on your sticker or wherever, a secret code, a secret handshake or something like that. But some kind of number that you can go to a website and punch that in, and it takes off all of the political ads on all your YouTube channels, on all your Twitter, and on your Facebook and all that stuff. Oh, you voted? Oh, you don't need these anymore. You don't need these. You've already voted. You've already made up your mind. Did you make it up right? Did you vote for the right person? No. That just I got the do not call list. You know how you went to the whatever website and you put your phone number in? Do not call me. And then for some reason, if you like to be placed on our do not call list, do not call list, press 1. Doop. Please allow 72 to 48 years for this to come off the thing. But I think, they should have some kind of code. And just living, maybe you have an app. Maybe you have an app to where you could, type something in on your phone, and then the code will pop up, and then you don't have to worry about voting for that person anymore. So there you go. And we've come back. You got your house all decorated for Halloween yet? And, some houses are getting in trouble, and some houses are taking the time to decorate them and do things nice for, like, the kids because of the whole social distancing and stuff. Some really are good. Some are really, really bad. Some have had the cops called on them, and we'll dive into that here in just one sec when we come back from the break. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all our social contacts, and the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on the social contacts section, and it opens up a little menu there, and you can click on any way that you want to follow us, download us, subscribe to us. It's all available there on the social contacts section of ProphetRadio.com. All right, now, we were talking about, I was getting some bulk stuff from... You normally get it from Costco. Normally get it from, now we've been getting it from this discount grocery store, which should be good. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's going to be good, right? Right? Tell me I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. But speaking of things at Costco has now banned your very favorite coconut milk over allegations that is... over allegations that it's been forced monkey labor to create this product. Here we go. And you can watch us on the Under the Tent video. Every podcast that we do has a live video feed. Has a live video, so you can see the articles in real time on my monitor here as we're talking about him, or on them, about them here on the show. Let's see. There we go. So Costco has dropped Chacao, CHAOKOH, coconut milk over allegations that they're forcing monkeys, hold on, let me put this on, to force monkeys to go up the tree and get the coconuts out of the tree. Costco has teamed up with Walgreens and Target as well to stop brands like Cocoa following a PETA investigation. Costco Wholesale Club says the latest retailer will not stock coconut milk that uses monkeys to pick coconuts, PETA said. So Costco, I don't know. I've never had coconut milk. I say I've never had it. I've had it, but it's not one of my things. But they're banning because monkeys pick the things? Well, hold on a sec. Hold on. What other things that we use animals for? You know, what about, we've used bulls and horses to plow fields. Are we going to ban the crops that those horses were used for? I'm sure someone out there has got one of the plow, what do they call the steer and plow thing? Someone's got it out there, and they're making, something organic. You can't have pesticides. You can't have machines running on your farmland because we're 100% organic. We can't spray chemicals. We can't do all that stuff. So, all that's someone's out there using animals to make another product. And so PETA just said, yes, we did it. We have to save the monkeys that are infested with herpes and gonorrhea, getting your coconuts out of the tree and whatever they do. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I know. There's a pandemic going on, people. So, do you have all your Halloween decorations up yet? If you already have your Halloween decorations up and you're worried about like the kids coming by and how you're going to get the candy to them, well, there's some really, really cool ways that people are doing it, and there's some really, really lame ways that people are doing it. You've seen them where they do the PVC and they put the candy at the top and it slides down and goes into the kid's bucket. And that's kind of like, all right, that's cool. That's fun. Well, this family right here has taken that to a whole new level. And you can see this video if you go to Prophet Radio, click on Deacon Live. Every podcast that we do has let's get rid of this one here, has a podcast for each one, or a live video for each one.
This year, WCNC Charlotte's Ruby Durham shows us how the Transl vending machine lets the kids enjoy the fun of Halloween safely during the COVID-19 pandemic.
This year, the pandemic playing a major role on Halloween, but this South Park family
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
At 5:30, a South Charlotte family pulling out all the stops to keep Halloween fun and spooky for kids in their neighborhood this year. WCNC Charlotte's Ruby Durham shows us how the Transl vending machine lets the kids enjoy the fun of Halloween safely during the COVID-19 pandemic.
This year, the pandemic playing a major role on Halloween, but this South Park family is changing the narrative.
Our family wanted to make sure that Halloween was going to happen.
The Meads creating a contactless dispensary in front of their yard on Wild Partridge Road for kids to still grab their favorite candies, but by phone.
We've built a Frankenstein-themed automatic candy dispensary.
It's called the Transl vending machine. Here's how it works. All you do is drive up and text this phone number next to the machine.
For groups of 4, they will then be asked for a code that they'll find in the window in here that changes every night.
Then you'll receive a text asking how many people are in your group, so the machine will dispense the proper amount of candy bars.
And these are full candy bars. I've seen them. They're full candy bars.
To actually distribute the candy to you.
Once you collect the candy from the bowl, the Trans vending machine self-sanitizes for the next trick-or-treater.
While it's preparing underneath this dome, we're using UVC light to kill any germs, to sanitize things.
The plan took a month to bring to reality.
We've reused some props from the past, and then we've created some new elements like the whole candy dispensary.
But the Meads hope it will make for a sweet yet safe COVID Halloween.
We're running this all week through Halloween.
There you go. So yeah, they're doing this whole thing. Oh my God, I gotta change my voice here. I'm getting a little loud. Of course, now everyone must call. Let's see. Hello?
Hello. We are calling because you should have received several notifications in the mail about your car's extended warranty.
All right.
Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. Press 9 to be removed and put on our do not call list.
This is what I was talking about before. There you go. So it'll take them 4 weeks to figure that one out. All right. So yeah, they made this almost like a automatic vending machine for kids to come get candy. And they text a message to the people inside. It's kind of lame. They should just like slingshot it out to them, But anyways, they're trying to make things good here and trying to get the candy out to the kids. Because you drive up and all that stuff. Now, some places, some people are taking the whole decorating their house a little bit too extreme for some people. Now, if you're watching this on the video here, here's a decoration from some guy out there in Kansas. He's driving around with his GMC truck. He's got a, you know how in Christmas time you always put like a reindeer on the front or a red ball for her nose and the little antlers on the windows to show, oh my God, look, it looks like Rudolph. Your truck looks like Rudolph. This guy made a fake body, and it's like he hit someone, and it's a guy in jeans and a black hoodie tank top, a hoodie sweatshirt, and it says Antifa, and he's driving around with this fake quote unquote body on his truck like he hit an Antifa guy. So I mean, that's one extreme. Now, another extreme is this one here. A woman was told to take down her holiday decorations because she had skeletons pole dancing in the front yard. Now, how do they know they're pole dancing? And because they're skeletons, so there's no like nudity, there's no like, unless they're playing like, you know, the hip songs that are out there for strip clubs. Who would know? Oh, it looks like they're dancing in the nude. Well, they're skeletons. They're not in the nude. You stupid. And they got like wigs on and stuff. So there's another person. A lady was. Let's see, where's this at? I'm gonna find out where this is at so we can back. Richmond, Texas. A woman is going head-to-head against a homeowners association after complaints are filed against her inappropriate Halloween decorations. Get over it. It's freaking Halloween. There's blood and everything. I say there's blood and everything. But there are, that's the part of Halloween, which makes Halloween what it is. Now, here, this house right here, oh my. This house right here, actually, they had the cops called on them because of this thing, because of their house. An East Dallas home, An East Dallas home's Halloween decorations prompted multiple police visits. And if you look, it looks like there's a guy on the roof with an axe in his head, and he dropped a safe on someone and splattered his brains all over the... And when I say splattered, I'm not talking about... This looks like real blood, and it's run down the sidewalk, and then there's a guy with it looks like his head's been bashed in. I mean, this is real looking blood, real looking bodies. And at this lady's house in where's it at? East Dallas. Halloween, the high holy day of spooky season, and sort of a spooky scale that runs the gamut from casual black cat, full moon. All right, the local artist Steve Novak finds himself uncomfortably in the horrifying end of this scale. The East Dallas neighbors and Dallas Police Department would surely attest to this proclamation. I've been up to hijinks like flying ghosts or 7-foot-tall snow sculptures myself, but I was just going to do something special for Halloween. He got over 20 gallons of blood all over the place and whipped up some dummies and slung them around and made them look like, I mean, it looks like blood. And when I say blood, like real blood spatter, like there's drippage, there's outcast, there's and it looked real. So people out there, if you've seen this house, take a picture of it, send it to me, deacon@profitradio.com. I want to see that as well. And this guy, one more, how to do Halloween right and how to do Halloween wrong. This one's going to be up to you. This gentleman in New Jersey, in Hawthorne, New Jersey, a New Jersey man removed his popular Halloween display from his front yard after his neighbors complained to the police about the traffic. Come on, really? Can we please have one day where we can just have some... What if it was Christmas lights and everyone wants to see all the Christmas lights in his front yard? Well, listen to what this guy actually did from New Jersey.
I started 13 years ago. You know,
Antonio Rodriguez.
Little by little, I started build so many. As soon as I do 1 or 2, people they stop and they say, "Oh my God, I never see a person like this." I start be so happy because they talk to me that way. I start building 15, 30, 60, 100, Now I have 300. 300 I have. Yeah. This is about the smiles. People don't realize all
it's about the smiles. That's what he said. See? He said it's about the smiles. He's got 300 and some odd zombie creatures. Now, in all fairness, I'm all about ebb and flow as far as like a Halloween design. It's got to have a theme. It's got to have, you move into this room, and this is the operation room, and then you move into the little girl that's trapped in her closet, and then all the you move into the jailbreaker, the psycho ward. This guy in New Jersey just basically he put 300 bodies standing up all over the place. That's fine, but it just looks like a zombie chorus. It's a zombie chorus. That's all I have to say. Now, when we come back, in Switzerland, there is a clown that's terrorizing a local burger joint, and you'll want to hear this. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all our social contacts. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on the social contacts and make sure you like, subscribe, and do all the stuff that links us to you and you to us. And then we can be all big, happy. We can all be big, happy friends and big, happy family together. Now, before I continue, we were talking about decorations, Halloween decorations on your house, and all the skeletons. Skeletons themselves, even the fake ones, are really, really expensive. When I say expensive, a real body with real bones and stuff, I think goes for like maybe $2-3 grand. But the replicas normally go for, a couple $100. They're not cheap. Like when you see people in your science class messing with the jaw, making it talk, hanging up on the pedestal there. Teacher goes, get away from that. You don't know how much that costs. That's the only one we got. Blah, 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 blah. Now, what if you would you get a decoration, and a lot of times, like in many cases, your decorations look so real, like the guy who's spent 20 gallons of blood and had blood splatters and everything all over the place. Listen to this story here. A skull found on a fireplace mantle is that of a missing Tennessee man. In Wartburg, Wartburg, Tennessee, a skull that wound up on Tennessee residents' fireplace mantle belonged to a man who hasn't been seen since September 2012. A DNA test determined. The district attorney said they retrieved the skull, sporting glasses, after getting a tip. The resident who had the skull said that someone else found it on March 2019 in a Gobi area, less than 10 miles northeast. The DNA tested by Knox County Regional Forensics Center said it belonged to Junior Willie McCain. McCann? M-C-K or M-C-C-A-N-N. And matched the DNA from the family's portfolio that they gave the officer. Speculation and rumor has been that Junior Willie McCain was possibly killed by a family member who is now deceased as well. Investigators performed the intensive search in an area where the skull was said to be found. Authorities are now reaching out to public information for this death. So this guy, let's see, what's his name? This Tennessee resident, of course, they don't give his name, said that someone, quote unquote, someone gave him this skull back in 2019 and said, hey, throw this up on your mantle. This would be kind of cool. And then they scratched it and did the DNA test on it and found out it was the skull of this missing man. How weird is that? Now here on the French, we find bones all the time. We find cow bones, we found vertebrae, we found like little animal skulls and stuff. I'm always afraid that, because at one time the property that we live in, that we're on right now, was I think 500 some odd acres of cattle land. And then of course throughout the centuries and years, everything's been divided up. We find bones all the time. If we go out there digging, or you get a little rainstorm and everything kind of moves around, I'm afraid that we're going to find something. I always look down. You ever seen those big chunks of marble, big chunks of quartz? I always look down. I'm like, that's a fucking skull. That's a skull. I know it is. And I grab it and I'm like, oh, it's not a skull, but there might be gold inside. One of those things. But yeah, that could happen. And, they had no idea. hey, this is kind of a fake skull. This would be kind of cool. And they're probably, you know what they did? They probably stuck a cigar in its mouth. They probably, put some candles behind it or something. But it was actually Junior McCain's head. Creepy. Now, something else that's creepy. Now, a while ago, in 2016, McDonald's, you ever heard of those guys? And they're not going to be around long. They actually, they got rid of Ronald McDonald. When I say got rid of Ronald McDonald, they said, you know what, with all these clown things, with It coming out, at the time, It was the horror movie, and then It 2, and everyone's running around like freaky clowns, and cutting off people's heads, and scaring people, and hiding in dark corridors and stuff. So McDonald's said, you know what, we're done with the clown for now. We're not down with the clown. We're going to let him take a little break. So Ronald McDonald really hasn't been seen in several years until now. Burger King has announced a canceled clown promotion. And this is what happens. You have to watch us on the video here. For several years, a particular clown was canceled. And there's people like walking into the bathroom at the local Burger King. This guy shuts the door and he looks in the mirror in the bathroom and he goes,
cancel clown, cancel clown, cancel clown.
He says it 3 times and the lights go out. Do you dare make him reappear? Burger King, hashtag cancel clown. So what happens is, it's kind of like the Bloody Mary thing. Oops, sorry. It's kind of like the Bloody Mary thing. You say cancel clown, cancel clown. If you go in certain Burger King bathrooms and say that, the Burger King or the McDonald's clown will pop up and reappear. Only in certain locations, so find that out unless you're in the United States. I think it's overseas. So if you're overseas and you're listening to us, go into your local Burger King, yell out the cancel clown thing. Maybe you'll get a free Whopper or something, or a $5 burger, or maybe a PlayStation. You seen that? They've been giving PlayStations away left and right. Now, one thing that'll help you, and I pick on Burger King, and I don't want to pick on. I pick on McDonald's. I pick on McDonald's. I want to make sure everyone gets fair game. Now, we were talking about apps, getting trick or treat candy. This app right here will actually tell you what McDonald's in real time, whether their ice cream machine is working or not. That's right. There's an app out there that allows you to type in your certain McDonald's location and to let you know whether their ice cream machine is working or not. And for whatever reason, I don't know why they don't work as well. Maybe someone from McDonald's or a representative from McDonald's can email me at deacon@profitradio.com and let me know what's going on. A customer creates an app to track which McDonald's ice cream machines are broken. A McDonald's customer who also happens to be a software engineer had enough of visiting restaurant after restaurant on several occasions and trying to score the sundae, their well sought after sundae, chocolate sundae. Rashad Zahid created the McBroken, a web application which maps out ice cream machines that are not working in the McDonald's restaurants across the United States. So there you go, kids. Once you get your candy and stuff from the Transl vending machine over there in the downtown Charlotte area, download the McBroken, and you can find out what ice cream machines busted at the McDonald's. So make sure you don't go there after dinner that night. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Los Angeles. How about those guys, huh? Two teams doing a heck of a job out there and having lots of fun. Maybe a little bit too much fun. And we'll get into that here in just one sec. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Wherever you listen to us welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to us wherever you listen to us on your podcast catchers, and make sure you like us and give us a click, a like, a share. That would help us out a lot. we know that you're out there. We can see all the downloads from all the different areas, especially out in LA, San Francisco. We love you guys out there as well. Ohio, Idaho, New York, Florida, Belgium, the Russian Federation. I see all you guys out there downloading us, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And please keep doing what you're doing, and we will try to keep doing what we're doing. I know the beginning of the podcast was a little crazy. We had an update here on our systems, and for whatever reason, it threw out the microphones. Oh man, I'm doing it in real time here. I'm trying to fix where the microphone is being fed from. I know, technical problems, working into here in real time. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this, no matter what happens out there. Now, speaking of enjoying this, Halloween's just a couple days away. This is going to be the first time we're going to have a full moon since 1944 on Halloween night. And guess what? We can't go out and do anything. Doesn't that suck? Halloween's on a Saturday, and there's a full moon out there. That means there'll be plenty of light for all the little kitties to run around, and Jesus Christ, we can't go out there and have candy and have fun and stuff. Now, actually, what else happened is NASA, they were going through the rock samples and stuff, I guess, the other day. They had nothing else to do. They're not launching up any shuttles or anything. And they actually found water crystals on some rocks from, I don't want to say the dark side of the moon, but where most of the landing spots, what do they call it, craters? They found some water molecules on the moon rocks that they brought back from when was that? A couple of years ago? They went up there. Seems like a couple of years ago, right? But yeah, they found some water and stuff. So that's good news. That means that's a slingshot to go to the next planet over, which would be cool. Yeah, you know what? Mars? Sure, why not? Let's bring those people into our shithole, right? And I don't mean this by any means. I didn't mean to segue from shithole to winning a championship. But you guys are aware that the LA Lakers won they won the NBA championship. They won their division. They won the whole shebang. I didn't even know a basketball game was going on. They were actually even playing basketball. I mean, even when I was watching the morning news, normally they got a sports guy. Look at your local news now. There's no sports guys anymore because they're like sitting there going, I don't know what to talk about. They're always doing live puff pieces somewhere else. There's no news. You got the front desk, you got your weatherman, you got your traffic guy, and then where's your sports guy? Normally he's sitting there at the front desk talking about whatever sports going on. There's no sports guy anymore. But yeah, NBA, the LA Lakers with LeBron James. I guess he won a championship for LA, which is great. And then, of course, just recently, past couple nights ago, this happened. Yep. The LA Dodgers, formerly the Brooklyn Dodgers, won the World Series against my very own Tampa Bay Lightning, or the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They won it 4-2. So they are now, I think the last time they won it was in 1988. But yeah, they won. So LA's got another reason to go out there and jump around, flip over cars, burn things down. I'm kidding. But yeah, they've got a new championship. So they've got 2 under the belt. So we were trying to get it the same way. And, I'm kind of greedy. I'm from Florida, Tampa. It's kind of like LA. It's kind of a shithole sometimes. We had the Tampa Bay Lightning that won the NHL. That's hockey for all you people out there who are not paying attention, above the Mason-Dixon line. And then we were trying to get the baseball team to win a championship. But, I wanted a double champ. I wanted a double ship. They've got a double ship over there in L.A. But what's happening is what you don't know when you don't know it. That winning all these championships has actually caused some problems.
are blaming this big uptick in coronavirus cases on two things. One is a backlog that the county says that it has since resolved. But with the opening of so many businesses, we now wonder if that was the right thing to do, giving us a false sense of security. The other thing that they're saying is that the start of pro and college sports are responsible. Not the in-person events, because of course those aren't allowed, but the gatherings at restaurants and bars. Here at Dodger Stadium, they've been doing the drive-in for the World Series. We were here for Game 5, but they did such a great job of social distancing.
No,
but
they didn't.
Just on the other side of the stadium, a much different mood. Home to one of the largest COVID-19 testing sites in the county. And now we've hit the grim milestone in the county of testing more than 3 million people, and 300,000 total cases are positive. And we have seen 7,000 people lose their lives. Now, health experts say that even though
LA.
there's no sporting events
No
in person,
one's got a
the
mask
cheering,
on.
the
No one's
shouting
doing
during
anything.
these
Everyone, they're
events,
standing on
the
top of
strangers
bars.
know
They're standing on top of cars. They're lighting off fireworks. They're doing all that stuff. And the only thing that they can say is because these two, I don't want to blame the two teams because they're good teams. They're mean well. But I mean, the LA Lakers win. Yay! Let's go outside. Massive, however many thousands of people out there. All right, let's go back inside. What's next? Dodgers. Did they win? Yay! Back outside again. Let's go, everybody. A couple months later, let's go back outside. Do it again. And now come back inside. So, yeah, I mean, LA, congratulations on both winnings. But, I mean, it's kind of what we've been preaching, right? Be safe, be sorry, stay home, stay safe, that type of thing, behave and safe. I know. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show here and let you guys get back to what you got to do. I've got a mask for everybody. I've got one for even when you're my friends and family coming up from Florida to wear for Thanksgiving. And I'll get into that here in just 1 second when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all our social contacts. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on the social contacts, and it gives you a list of all the ways you can find us. Share us, subscribe to us, and do all the stuff that makes us part of you and you part of us as well. Now, speaking of being part of you guys, we're all trapped inside, and our daily intake of beverages and stuff has increased because we can't go to the bar. So what do? You stay at home and you make your own bar at home. There's a letter going out right now from the Waste Management Company. And the way you see this is go to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio, and click on Deacon Live. For every podcast we do has a video in tandem, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. So if you're watching this on the video here it is from Waste Management. And of course, Waste Management could be anyone in your whoever picks up your garbage and your recycles. It says, "Dear valued customer, Waste Management continues to monitor the impact of COVID-19 on the environment. Our cross-function task force is meeting daily with our drivers to ensure seamless continuity in our business operations. We would like to personally thank you for making you aware of your contributions and your efforts to help recycle. With that being said, in the last 30 days, your household has personally provided enough aluminum to build 16 BMWs and enough new guttering for over 10,000 homes. We at Waste Management would like to thank you and please continue recycling. Also, we are also asking you to give it a break. I mean, what the hell, man? How much booze can one family drink? Seriously, give me a break." Anyways, that part was put in fun. So if you need help, call 1-800-Alcoholics Anonymous. But yeah, there's a letter going out. That's kind of fun. It's like tongue in cheek, because it's true. You're not going out to bars. You're not doing anything. So whatever, you got your recycle bin is getting completely full. They need to do like a 3-day pickups. Now, one thing that's going on here personally is we have family and friends that are coming up from Florida, one of the hot spots. It's a dense community, and out here in the French, we're literally a township of maybe 2,500 people. So we see the same people over and over. We don't get a whole lot of what they call transients that come through, travelers that come through Marshville. Unless you want to see the Randy Travis Memorial. there's money well spent. So my wife says, hey, the girls, quote unquote girls, are coming up for Thanksgiving this year. And when she says girls, she's got 3 nieces and her sister-in-law, and so the whole family's coming up here from Florida to our place here on the French. Now that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. The sister-in-law, I think, works kind of like what my wife does. She works from the house. She's able to be on a laptop all day long. She doesn't really have a whole lot of outside contacts or conflicts. But the youngest one is still in high school. The youngest one is a senior in high school, and she's part of the cheerleading team. So she's out at these events, and she's out, yay, go Wildcats. So she's out there doing her thing, cheerleader style. The middle one is going to Florida State University. So she is, I think, a sophomore this year. So she is part of, yay, go Seminoles at the football games and all of that stuff. And the oldest one just passed the bar, and she graduated from, I forget where she's going to hate me for that one. She graduated from college. She graduated from, I forget. But she went and passed the bar. She passed the bar, and now she's in a court of law, and arguing, debating, and have depositions and all that stuff. So she is constantly in the front of face of everyone. So these 4 people are coming up to our place here, Isolationville, Population 2, for Thanksgiving. So do I worry? Do I wonder? No, not around here. If I go to talk to my neighbor, hey, that's fine. We can go talk. We shake hands. We mow the lawn at the same time in the same pattern. But when you get someone from another state coming to your place, kind of infecting your bubble, you kind of get a little, can you stay over there a little bit? Can you do something? Can something happen? Can we do something? So there's a company out there that is actually making these new, I don't want to say masks, but they're these isolation bubbles. And what they are, and if you're watching this on the video here, they are from a company called VisorTech, and they're from Toronto, Ontario. Toronto, Ontario? I guess that's all the same thing. BioVisor. 1.0 is here. And if you ever seen those movies where like the early 2000s, before like the internet got big and our smartphones got big, anytime we landed on another planet, they had these hazmat suits where you're like your head and everything can move around just fine. It kind of sits on your shoulders and the lights are in there. It's not like a helmet per se. That's what these things are. So here you go. If you're watching the video here, introducing the new BioVisor. Dynamically designed. You just put it on. It almost looks like a I don't want to say a cat carrier, but it's like a cat carrier with a big plastic window on the front, and he's looking out. There's a 2-way filter that's on the back. I don't know what degree of filter that is. Hopefully the KN95, and you can replace the little filter thing. It says 3 air flowing vents. I don't know. I guess that would be the filter. And you can see peripherally all the way around. Now, here's the thing. It's got like these little slits in where you're up by your chest where you can put your hands in, like you're putting them in gloves, and you can scratch your face or, touch your eyes or pick your nose, but your hands are in these gloves. Inside this helmet that's coming out. 8-hour battery life. So I guess it's electrical power. So yeah, this is a thing. I'm gonna buy one. Actually, I'm going to buy 4 and make them walk around in this the whole entire time they're here. They already don't like me anyways. I'm one of those, I'm that family member guy where they think, oh, Uncle Deacon, you're still here. Yes, I'm still here. Well, I'm going to make them wear this thing around the house. I know we could all wish we could go back in time. We could all go back in time. And I'm going to take a quick little break. When we come back, this guy right here is making me feel like we're going back in time. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Now, we are getting to the end of the year, and election time's coming around. Halloween's coming up right around the corner. Vacation. Thanksgiving is a few weeks away after that, and then we get into Christmas, and then we get into the brand new year. everyone wants to say, you know, I wish we could get rid of 2020. I wish we could go back in time when times are simpler and stuff. Now, there was a movie that came out, I want to say in the mid 80s, if not late 80s, and I never really got into it. I was part of drama. I was part of the film and theater crew all the way through from junior high, from high school, all through junior college, all the way to college and stuff. That's where I got my 2 degrees from, one in theater and one in film production. And I never got into this movie. This movie, I would go to competitions. You know, in high school, you always had competitions, and it'd be like all the, you ready for this one? All the nerdy people. You ever seen, of course, everyone's seen, not America's Got Talent, but American Idol. And everyone, you walk down the hall, there'd be a group of people, and everyone's waiting to go in and sit in front of Ryan Seacrest and all those people, and they'd be in the hallways, you know, practicing. Well, that's the way Drama Club, imagine that with Drama Club. And you've got all these people doing these acts and dances and routines and stuff in every little nook and cranny that you can pack 2 to 3 people in, and with great acoustics. So the whole genre of this movie, or the whole entity of this movie, I could not get into. First of all, I didn't see it. I wasn't, you know, I didn't want to see the movie. I didn't understand the movie. And it's one of those movies I've never seen in entirety. There's 2 movies in my whole entire life that are cult classics that I've never seen the entirety of. One is The Blues Brothers. Now, I feel that I've seen bits and pieces enough to where I could piece them all together, and I've seen the whole movie. Another one is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't think I've ever seen the whole entire movie at all. I've maybe seen a total of 20 minutes of it, and I'm like going, this is dumb. And I know people dress up, people get all, they get all into it. But these people don't have lives, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I know it's Halloween time, and it's, you know, Transylvania transvestite and all that stuff. I know the gist of the movie. I understand the basics of the movie. I understand it. You know, it's a Jonathan Waters movie. But I just never got into it. Well, there's one song that repeated over and over and over my whole entire stay when I was doing drama competitions in the early or late 80s. And this gentleman right here has redone this song. And I think he did a pretty good job about it. He's got a whole cast of people. And it's this song right here. Oops. This song right here.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Now, this is Jack Black and Tenacious D.
I've got to keep control.
And in my opinion, I believe that Jack Black actually sings very well. He's got a very, very, I don't want to say meatloafy sounding voice, but he's got a very, very good range of vocals. Oh, kill me, please.
It's just a jump to the left.
It's just a jump to the left.
It's just a jump to the left.
You put your hands on your hips.
Put your hands on your hips.
And these are all people.
Hands on your hips.
Now, these are all people that have, you know, contributed a little bit, and they're doing like their own little cameos and stuff. So the whole entire time, the drama club and everyone's doing, they knew the words, they knew the songs, they knew this, and I'm like going, what the hell is this? I don't understand it. I don't get into it. I just don't see what's going on. All right, I'll post a video on the DeaconLive section of the Prophet Radio thing. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys get back to what you got to do. I hope you guys have a very, very safe Halloween. I hope you guys get all the candies and stuff. Make sure you don't eat all your candy in one place. I've always said that many times. Make sure you follow us on all our social networks. I'm going to let you guys get back to what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying good night and good night.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Now...